Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to activate the edit button. If we press tab key on our keyboard and when we click the edit mode, it will bring us to the top view where we can navigate it around by using left mouse control. We will also implement the smooth camera movement. When we press tab key again, a different menu will appear, and when we click on the walk mode, it will bring us back to the original location. And this is the preview of what we will achieve. We are now in the engine editor. The first we want to create is a pound. Navigate to the first person folder, right click on the empty area and click on the blueprint class and click on pound. Give it name as you want. In this case, I just use top pound. Drag and drop this pound into the level and position it to the center. Move it up a little bit. Let's double click this pound to open the editor. From the left panel, click on this Add Plus button and look for Camera. And the next one, look for Spring Arm. And the next one is Collision. In this case, I use Capsule Collision. Now let's arrange the hierarchy. Drag this spring arm onto capsule, so it will be a part of the capsule. And the camera, drag into the spring arm, so the camera will be a part of the spring arm. Camera still selected. On the detail panel, make sure the value is default. Check also the spring arm and make sure the location and rotation is a default position. Check also the capsule. And finally, click on compile. Let's go back to the level. Click on this rotate object and disable all snaps. If you have enabled, just disable it. Now rotate it based on the y-axis. Rotate it something like 85 degrees, so the camera will look down. And then we want to extend the length of the spring arm. Open the spring arm editor and click on the spring arm and find target arm length. Increase the value to something like 5000, so the camera will go up. From the preview pane, we can see the level from the top. After adjustment, press compile. Let's do a quick test to see the result. Now we need to change the position order to make sure the top pawn is the first pawn we use. Select this top pawn and go to Detail panel and look for Possess. And change the Auto Possess player to player 0. And we need to check the first person character possession. If we click on this, we couldn't find any setting for this type because it's a player start. So navigate to Blueprint under First Person folder and double click on the BP First Person character. Click on this BP First Person character self. On the Detail panel, type Possess and make sure Auto Possess player is disabled. Let's do a quick test. As you can see, we now start the game using a top pawn. The problem now is we don't have any control of our mouse and we cannot do anything. So let's get back to the editor to fix it. Open the top pawn editor. Navigate to Event Graphs and delete all of this. Open the BP First Person character. Navigate to Input Mapping. We will copy the settings. Make a selection. Ctrl C. And go back to top pawn and Ctrl V. Next, copy the camera input. And paste under the mapping. Let's do a quick test. We still don't have any control over our mouse. Under top pawn, select the spring arm. And under camera settings, enable the checkbox Use Pawn Control Rotation. Now we can use our mouse to rotate the object. And also we want to adjust the collision some objects on the level. Go back to the level editor. Let's remove some of these objects. And let's do a quick test again. Next, we want to show our mouse when we are on this pawn. From the S player controller, pull out and look for Show Mouse Cursor. Connect the input and don't forget to enable Show Mouse Cursor. Press compile and let's do a quick test. Now our mouse is showing up. The next step is we want to limit the pitch value. Move this enhance input action look to the bottom a little bit. From the trigger input, pull out and look for set control rotation. From the target, pull out and look for Get Player Controller. Make sure we select the player controller under Game. From the return value, pull out and look for Get Control Rotation. And this is the wrong one. Let's find another one and make sure it's under pound category. Right click this return value to split the stroke pin. Similar to this node, just right click it and split the pin. Next, look for clamp angle. On the left panel, under variable, click on this plus button to create a variable. Give it name like pitch limit minimum. Change the data type to float and make sure the instant editable is enabled. For the slider range, put value like -19 and put 0 to the next box. Press compile, and on the default value, change the value to something like -80. Let's duplicate this variable and change the name to pitch limit max. Press compile again to see the result. For the default value, change it to -25 and press compile again. Now drag the pitch limit min into the canvas and make sure to select Get. Also drag the pitch limit max. Then connect pitch limit min to min angle degree, and for pitch limit max, connect to max angle degrees. From the Get Control Rotation pitch, pull out and look for Add Operator. Connect the input to angle degree and connect it to action value Y. Duplicate this additional operator Now connect the output into set control rotation yaw. Press compile and do a quick test. Now we need to inverse the pitch value. Go back to the editor. From the action value Y, pull out and look for multiplication. Put the value like -4 and connect the output. And duplicate this operator and put value like 4. Connect the pin, press compile, and let's do a quick test again. As we can see now, we have set the limit of the yaw and pitch value. So when we drag up our mouse, it limits our view. The best practice for this, we use pitch limit max value like -30. Next, we want to add smooth movement when we rotate the pawn. Select spring arm. On the detail panel, look for enable camera rotation leg and leave it the default value 10. As we can see now, when we rotate the mouse, we have smooth movement. Next, let's open the BP main widget. If you see nothing, you can navigate it to Animation tab. On the left corner, select Fade In and move the timeline. Now we want to enable this button. When we press this button, it will open the top pawn. Select this button. Scroll down on the detail panel, click on this button. It will bring us to the graph editor. From this input button, pull out and look for Get All Actor of Class. From the drop down, look for top pawn. If we couldn't find it, just type it. From the out actor, pull out and look for a get. And from the output, pull out and look for possess. We use possess node to change our pawn. And from this target, pull out and look for get player controller. Press compile. Now let's add text string. We use this text string To check any input from a node, press compile and let's do a quick test. Now we need to change the pawn back to the normal. Open the BP first person character, select the parent. From the detail panel, look for possess and change the order to player 0. This means we will start the game by using this BP first person character. For the top pawn, change the order possess to disable. And also make sure on the detail panel we do the same. Press compile and let's do a quick test. If we press tab, the menu will appear, and when we click on this edit button, nothing happens. This is because the game is paused. We need to release the pause mode. Let's copy this node. Go back to BP main widget and paste it. Then connect the input. This means that the game will unpause. Press compile and do a quick test. As you can see, when we press the button, the pawn will possess to the top pawn. The text string is visible. Now what we want is when we click on this button or when we click on this edit button, the pawn will possess to the top pawn and then menu will disappear or fade out. Go back to the BP main widget, remove and delete the text from the print string because we don't use it anymore. And from this button, input, pull out and look for sequence. As we know before, in BP main widget, we have created animation for the widget. We will use the fade out animation. Drag and drop the fade out variable into the canvas. From the fade out, pull out and look for play animation. Make sure to select play animation under user interface. Then connect the input. Press compile and do a quick test. If we press tab and we click on this edit mode, it will open the top pawn and the bottom menu will not visible or will disappear. The next step is we want to call the main widget again by using press tab on this top pawn. See you on the next tutorial.